Hi guys, so today we're going to start with the chapter 12 from our story A Tale of Two Cities. So let's start. Sydney Carton's plan. Okay, so Sydney Carton went to Talison's bank and spoke to Mr. Lorry. Please take Dr. Manette and Lucy to England tomorrow, he said. They are in great danger. They are the family of an aristocrat. Very well, said Mr. Lorry. I will go to London tomorrow. Will you come too? Yes, I or another man, said Carton. The other man is like me. Okay, so here, Sydney Carton was talking to Mr. Lorry, and he told him to take Dr. Manette and Lucy to England tomorrow. And he said, so Mr. Lorry asked him, is anybody else coming? Are you coming as well? So he said, yes, I can come, or another man like me. Okay, so who do you think the other man is? What is Sydney Carton going to do? So let's see. What do you mean? Asked Lorry. I have a plan, said Carton. I cannot tell you now. Here, take my travel permit. Someone will need it. He gave his papers to Lorry. Okay, so he said here that he has a plan. What do you think his plan is? He couldn't tell him the plan now, however, he gave him his papers and he told him to take his travel permit with him and that someone else would need it. Okay, of course he's talking about the other man that's going to be like him. So let's continue. I have always loved Lucy, said Carton. I will do anything to help her. I want to save Charles. But how? What will you do? Asked Lorry. John Barsad is a spy, said Sydney Carton. Barsad is a revolutionary official. He's an important man in Paris, but he works for the English. He doesn't want the Revolutionary Guards to know that. He will help me. He must help me. How will he help you? Said Mr. Lorry. He will take me into La Force prison, replied Carton. Mr. Lorry, you must leave Paris tomorrow morning. You must leave with Dr. Manette and Lucy, please. Promise me this. Okay, so here we know a very important information, which is that John Barsad is a spy. Okay, so Carton said that although John Barsad is a spy, but he's a revolutionary official as well, and he works for the English. So, of course, he doesn't want the Revolutionary Guards to know that he's a spy to England, and that if Sydney told him that he's going to reveal this to the Revolutionary Guards, of course he's going to help him. So what was the plan? What was Sydney Carton's plan? So his plan was to go back, to go with Barsad to La Force prison. Why? Why do you think he wants to go to La Force prison? Because he wants to replace Darnay. He wants to take his place and send back Darnay to London with Dr. Manette and with Lucy. Okay, so he asked Mr. Lorry to leave Paris tomorrow with Dr. Manette and Lucy and to promise him that. So let's go back. I promise, said Mr. Lorry. Sydney Carton left Tellson's bank. He went to a small shop at Saint Antoine. He bought a small bottle of liquid. It was a powerful drug. Later, Mr. Lorry spoke to Miss Pross. I will leave Paris early tomorrow, he said. I will take Dr. Manette, Lucy, and her child with me. They are all in great danger. You must look after our things. You and Jerry will come to England the next day. You are English. The French people will not hurt you. You are not in danger. Okay. So here, as we can see, after Mr. Lorry promised Carton that he's going to take Dr. Manette and Lucy back to London, Sydney Carton went to a small shop and he bought a small bottle of liquid, and this was a powerful drug. Later on, we're going to see why he needs this liquid. So Mr. Lorry was speaking to Miss Pross, and he told her that he's going to leave with Dr. Manette and Lucy and her child as well the next day, and that her, which is who is Miss Pross, and Jerry are going to stay in France, and they're going to go after them as well, but the next day. He told her that she's English and that the French people will not hurt her, because French people for now hurt what? Hurt who? They hurt only the aristocrats. They want to have the revenge from the aristocrats, not from the English people. So that's why they're not going to hurt her, and that she's not in danger. Okay, so let's move to the questions that we have. Okay, so moving on to our questions in the booklet, we have here first question. Why do you think did Sydney Carton buy a powerful drug? Okay, this question is up to your own opinion. Why do you think he bought a powerful drug? Maybe he wanted to use it to drug somebody, the Revolutionary Guards maybe. We're going to see. So this is up to your own opinion. Number 2, what was Sydney Carton's plan to save Darnay? Okay, so his plan was to go to the forced prison. And from what we said, which is that he's going to go with them to London, or someone like him, so we can know that he's going to replace Darnay. Okay? Number 3, why didn't Miss Pross and Jerry go with Mr. Lorry to England? Okay, so here, as we can say, because Mr. Lorry said to Miss Pross that he's going to take Lucy and her child and Dr. Manette first to England because they were in a hurry, because they were in danger, as they are a family of an aristocrat. He told her that you and Jerry, you're English, so nobody's going to hurt you, you're safe. So that's why they didn't go with them first, but they're going to go after them. Okay, so let's go to the comment part. Number 1, yes, I or another man, the other man is like me. So as we said in the comments part, don't forget to mention who said this to who, where, and when, and just mention the exact situation as well. Okay, so number 1, this was said by Sydney Carton to Mr. Lorry. When was it? Or where was it first? It was at Talison's Bank. Okay, when was it? When they were talking about traveling back to England or traveling back to London. So that's when Mr. Lorry asked him if he's going to join them or not, and he said, yes, I'm going to join you, or another man like me. Number 2, the French people will not hurt you. You are not in danger. Okay, so Mr. Lorry said this to Miss Pross. When was it? When they were talking about leaving Paris and going to London again. It was when he said that he's going to take Lucy, Dr. Manette and her child back to London first, and then Miss Pross and Jerry can go after them the next day. Number 3, John Barsad is a spy. Barsad is a revolutionary official. Okay, who said this? It was Sidney Carton. He said this to Mr. Lorry at Talison's Bank when they were talking about Carton's plan and who's going to help him to enter LaForce prison. Number 4, please take Dr. Manette and Lucy to England tomorrow. Okay, so here Sidney Carton said these words to Mr. Lorry when they were talking about going back to London and the plan that Sidney Carton had to save Darnay. So he told him to take Dr. Manette and Lucy back to England tomorrow because Paris is no longer safe for them because they are the family of an aristocrat. Okay, moving to the complete part. Here, take my travel permit. Someone will need it. Sidney Carton went to a small shop in Saint-Antoine to buy a powerful drug. John Barsad is a spy. Okay, so guys, this is going to be our chapter for today. Just make sure that you answer these questions that you have in your IL book, the Skills Builder. Answer it in your copybook, please. Thank you.